Hey y'all, I'm back again with what I'm going to start calling my artist spotlight videos. So this is the first of several I think I'll be doing, and I'm not sure how often I'll do them, but we'll see. It's new, the channel's new, so we'll see how it goes and roll with it. Now, I'm going to start with this artist because it is truly one of my favorite artists, Jane F Hankins. I fell in love with her book, this one specifically, that I'm going to start with. And when I went to buy it and I looked at all her other things, I was like, oh my. And that was it. And so now I'm in real deep. I have bought multiple books and items. And so that it's full disclosure, I do not work for them. I do not get paid by them. I have not received cash from them. But I was contacted by the publisher, and to add into this video, they did send me some goodies. So I'm going to save those and get to those more towards the end. So you will get to see more of her work, which mainly is going to be the PDF books, because those are the ones I really didn't have. I only am missing, from what I haven't gotten myself, I'm only missing 3 of her physical books, 2 of which is her older Christmas books, and the other one is Book of Angels. So, with that being said, let's get started. This is the book that done me in. I was watching another YouTuber, Color and Chat with Sammy. My coloring book collection videos. It took me a few days to get through them. This was probably way earlier last year. You know, with everything that started going on early on last year, me and my daughter were just, you know, watching coloring videos together. We came across that one and we grabbed our paper and pen and was like, okay, let's do this. And we got serious and we paused the video many, many times. That's partly why it took us so long to get through it. And started making our list. And then she showed this book, Friends from My Imaginary World by Jane F Hankins. And I really love the pictures. She just kind of skimmed the book, and I was really loving the pictures. And then there was this one picture, which I'll tell you which one when I flip to it, because I am going to flip through the books. It just screamed at me, and the face on this critter was just like, that was it. It had me hook, line, and sinker. And so all of her critters make me smile. Her imagination and her interpretation of different things just makes me smile, and it's just really fun to color. For me anyway, I wholeheartedly enjoy her imagery. And I love the books. It's professional grade paper. They all come spiral bound, obviously, except for the PDFs, unless you choose to do so, which that's what I did. And here we go. There are a couple pages I'm going to skip because they are going to be in my completed pages for January. I don't have that many. I'm a really slow colorer. I don't know if I'm going to pick my pace up to stay have more abundant pictures for each month as I go through this, but maybe not. Either way, I don't have that many for the month of January, so I'm going to skip those. And you start off the Mountain Kings. That's something else. Usually on every page that she has some little notation that says something to what's happening in the picture or what she calls the critters. And I really appreciate that. And like I said, the paper is really nice and thick. I have used acrylic paints, gel pens, Sharpies a few times, mainly a black Sharpie. I've blacked out a Sharpie background. I'll tell you, that one's coming up in this book. I'll point that out to you. And I have had no issue. I mean, I still always use the bladder page, but I haven't had any issue with and ink tints. So yeah, I haven't had any issue. I get a mild bit of little corner curl, but I use my little binder clippies and everything's right in the world. So that's that picture. Then we're going to have this one. It's going to be the landscape position. I really, really loved this picture. I enjoyed coloring it. I'm a pencil girl, and so a majority of what I use are pencils, and my 3 pencil brands of choice are my Prismas, my Lumis, and my Pablos. And I pretty much use all 3 mixed in together. And the background for this was just some low budget chalk pastels that I shaved off with a little knife and used a little makeup round wipey thing and rubbed it in. I use Posca and white gel pen for, you know, the eyeball highlights and stars and that type of thing. I don't think I've done any pictures in marker other than using gel pens, which are not large areas. Let's celebrate our differences. Look at these birds. Love it. They're just fun. They look like a couple of gossiping girlfriends. This is really pretty. The dream makers drift amongst the clouds, bringing restful sleep throughout the night. I have been waiting to do this picture because I wanted to get a real melty, shmeary, blendy, cosmic look, and I haven't gotten brave enough to attempt it yet. And then we have this page. Now this is one that all the black background I did with a Sharpie. And you see on this side, I mean, you can see the darker areas, but it's not really actually bleed through. So again, look at these cute little critters. We have the bubbly frog with her little tadpole babies. And then I'm going to skip that page. You will see it in my completed pages for January video. That'll be coming up soon. A summer serenade. Love the flower faces. And we have another skip page. This has been one of my favorites. The Moonstruck Gypsy Moth. I did use, and that's another thing I like to use a lot of, is stickles. So we got some gold stickles going on. I don't know if the sparkle's showing up for you. And I actually, well, let's see if I can get this a little bit. I have Spectrum Noir glitter brush pens or glitter brush markers. and they have a clear one, which is awesome. They're all awesome, all the colors that I have, but the clear one I like because you can just put it over top of any color you want. And so I kind of coated these moth wings with that. And I don't know if you're going to see that shimmer on the camera. Hopefully you can. But it is all over the wings. And I really, really, really love this picture. I wish I had multiple copies of this picture because I could do this one over and over. Laughing flowers. I love this one. I enjoy the way the critters look, but I also liked how my blues turned out. I was surprised at myself. I was like, oh, okay, because normally I'm a red girl. I really go through my red Prismas a lot. And, you know, I was pushing myself to use colors I normally don't reach for. And I was like, let's go blue. And I went blue. And I love the blue that I ended up getting. Some ballerina bunnies. This would be a super cute one for Easter coming up. Not too far off. Some more cute bunnies. Again, would be great for Easter. The Dewdrop Fairy. Very pretty sheer looking skirting to her. We have this fairy. This was my first attempt at trying to get some see-through-ish wings, I guess you'd say. And I actually, once again, Color and Chat with Sammy gave me the idea on where I went with these wings as far as really whiting out the black lines and then blending my areas. And she turned me on to the Jelly Roll Glaze gel pen, which I have a few of those on hand now, the clear ones, and find them quite useful, especially for eyeballs, anything with a wet look. I love this page. And I went with the red stickles and the gold stickles and was really happy with that. Again, I could probably say that nearly every page I flip. I just love this one and I love that one, but I really, really do. I have plenty of coloring books and I love a lot of them. I mean, I have some really awesome artists in my collection, but the Jane books, I have definitely colored more in them than any of my other books. And I think one of the biggest reasons is they just make me happy. We have the 3-generation mushroom gnome Bilderberry Gathering. Again, the budget pastels in the background, and it's the same combo of pencils, like I said, the Prisma Pablo Lumi. I've been enjoying working the 3 together, you know, and sometimes I might use 2 of the 3, and sometimes I use all 3 together. Majority of the time, it's a little bit of all 3. The Dance of the Floating Flowers. Adorable. This is one I'm looking forward to getting. The Hello Down There. My mind, I just hear peekaboo. In another book, I had done a hair in the water look, and I was very happy with and surprised at how it came out. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did, so I'm looking forward to doing this and trying to pull off a similar effect on that picture. The Queen Prepares for the Ball. Very regal looking fairy. This is a fun guy. This tin octopus band is rocking it. One octopus, I'm sorry. Jeez. Gotta pay attention. And here we go. This is the picture. I had already put this book on my list when I watched Sammy's video. But by the time she got to this picture and I seen this feller's face, this was it. This is the picture that done me in and had me hooked. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know why. It's just the face, the expression on his face. And I thought, how fun. I was like, this is just keeps getting better and better. And the facial expressions and the imagination going on with these pages. I was like, this is not sitting on this list as I'm going to get these books someday list. This is a, I'm going to go put this in my cart and get it right now book. And that was it. Fishies looking like they're having a good conversation. Now Jane is actually a known artist and sculptor. She paints. She does all kinds of things. She's an author. And this image here, I have seen the actual sculpture of this. Or a sculpture similar and resembling this image. We have some mermaids. It appears to be maybe a mer mom and some daughters, possibly. Then we have the tree that's on the front image, which I thought this was very sweet. You have the two kids comfortably resting under the tree. And to me, I feel like the tree's happily comforting and cradling them as they sleep. I'm a nature and critter girl, so I love the feels of this picture. Then we have these fun guys. I love the expression of this bird and these critters. I mean, it's just part of what makes it fun, I think, is that, you know, she's a fun looking bird, but we know it's a bird, you know, and you can still go wild with colors on a bird, but what are these things? You know, they don't exist in real life. And so I think it just takes the pressure off and frees you to be more bold with your color choices and wild with your colors, because they can be anything however you want them to look. I mean, anything you do color can be. I mean, if you want to color a kitten and make the kitten purple, then hey, that's great. Whatever. But I know for me, I did for a long time, and I know some other people who color, even a good friend of mine that can get caught up in the, well, this is a tree and its bark's got to be brown and the leaves are going to be green unless I make it fall, and then they can be some variety of color, and then there are these kind of colors for fall, and or this is an elephant, so it's going to be gray, and this kind of just takes all that away. It's like, you don't have to be like, it's like, no, it's a what? So, you know, make it rainbow if you want to. It don't matter. Like I said, you can do that with any picture, but this just really frees you for that. And in case you didn't notice, you see the big old noses sniffing in the background there? I thought that was funny. There's lots of pictures that I find cute little chuckles to have in. And then all these nice little images within her hair. And I almost wonder if this was Jane drawing herself, possibly. I don't know. We have another girl. She's talking to the fairies. That is the end of that. So like I said, this was the Friends from My Imaginary World by Jane F Hankins, and this was the one that started it all for me. Now, after that happened, I proceeded to buy some more. And then I got the Imaginary Underworld, Water World of Jane F Hankins. Same great paper, same spiral bound going on. So let's just go. And again, it's her fun interpretation of things, and some of the pictures in this book really express that. This I love. The water horse, adorable. I love the expression on the face. I just love everything about it. So we have 5 friendly dogfish, and they look like a dogfish. So there you go. And then you have, of course, frisky catfish. This is a Inktense water background with some Posca white highlights over it. And then we have some gel pen and Prisma, Pablo, Lumi. Probably just Prisma and Pablo on that one. But, you know, we all know what a catfish is. And here's Jane's interpretation of a catfish. And that's why I'm saying that's the kind of stuff that gets me, that I just adore. Shy sea surfing. Looking forward to doing that. Haven't been brave enough to work all the scales yet, but I will. I'm a lot braver now than I used to be, that is for sure. Sea unicorns. Instead of seahorses, we have sea unicorns. And I don't think I've seen sea unicorns before. Just in general, I don't think I've heard that before. And here's this guy. He reminds me of the guy in the other book, and this is the face, and I'm like, wow, now it's right there, and I'm like, yay. The ancient dragonfish. We got the crabs, the fishes. This fish yells boo, pufferfish goes so the multicolored puffer up fish provides Spectacular entertainment. Love it. Again, just things to make me laugh. When you get so many chuckles and smiles out of certain art and coloring books, it's hard not to keep buying more and more and more. That is for sure. Oyster triplets. Sea monkeys. My niece, our nickname for our niece is Monkey, and she calls my husband Uncle Monkey. And so I've been wanting to get on this page for her. Long nose. Uh-oh, here she comes, poking her nose into everybody's business. I think that's the first time I've read that page. Almost reminds me of those ancient serpent, but like a people face. Some more octopus. Some more mermaid. Snarkfish. Oh, this is another favorite of mine. The parrotfish. I have 3 parrots, 2 blue and gold macaws, and then a Congo African gray. So I adore this. She's beautiful. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go goldfish type with this one or betta fish type with this one. Not sure the direction yet. This one I enjoy. Some of you probably won't know what I'm talking about, but this is the Mae West. So, those of you who know who she is, or maybe you might want to look her up to see who she is, this fish is a reference to her. And yeah, it's funny. And I look at this picture and I can hear her voice in my head, and I've laughed. My daughter doesn't get it. She has no clue. So sea fairies. So instead of just regular mermaids, they're actually sea fairies, which I think that's a new one for me too. One larger sea fairy all by herself. A lot of pretty things can go on with that one. More fishies. And I'm telling you, I don't know if you want to pause. I can't read every single page because I have a lot that I want to get through. But if you pause, or you just get the books and you get to read the little bits on the different pages, you'll enjoy. Largemouth blabberfish. Blah, blah, blah. I'm looking forward to the turtle page. We have some more mermaids. I love when there's multiple mermaids, that they're usually of different sizes or ages within the book. Hey y'all, sorry for cutting off just like that, but I decided it was better just to split this video up so it wasn't just one over hour long chunk. So join me for part 2.